Okay, we are gonna try this again. Apparently I'm having Wi-Fi issues because it just kicked me out, so. Okay, let me click this again. Maybe TJ will come back on. Okay, I'm so sorry, but at least I had my computer going and I could tell when it went off, so I didn't get very far. I should still be where I left off. And I've got 2 ribbons going to the left, 2 ribbons going to the right. TJ, if you're back on, I'm sorry about that. I don't know. I had this issue one other time when I was live streaming, and I don't know if it's our Wi-Fi or what. We live out in the country, so it's possible. Okay, so again, I've got 2 ribbons going to the left, 2 ribbons going to the right. These are just going to be here to be braided through. I'm not going to actually do any braiding with them. These were the middle ribbons before. These are still the ribbons that we are going to braid with. So we are going to take this very right ribbon. I was saying on top, but it's not on top. I was just saying on top, like north, or you know, I don't know what else to say, but let's go with right. That'll be easier, the very right ribbon. So now I'm going to go underneath all of them and then back around the white. So it's back over here to the right, but it's not the very right ribbon anymore. But you see how it went around, under all of them, back over the white, because it's white, and then under the red. So if you can see that, that's where it's at. Now for the red one, because the red one is the very right ribbon. So it is going under the middle 2, just like before, and then it's going back around over the top of the right ribbon. Red ribbon, I'm sorry. So the red is going under these 2 and then back over the red. So you can see that. Try to get those pulled. Now the white again, going under all of them, back over the red. And it's going to go under that red. I'm sorry, I'm doing it again. Let's start over. The white is going under all of them and back over the white. So it ends up under the red. So white on top of white, but it goes under the red. Now the red one is the very right ribbon again. It's going under the middle 2, and then it goes back over the red. Pulling on it, you can kind of get that whip braid look. This is 7/8 inch ribbon. You can use the next size down as well, which I believe is 9/16. I always get it confused, but I'm pretty sure it's 9/16. And either one of them will work. This will be a wider braid. The wider the ribbon you use to braid a ribbon with, or make a braid with, the wider that braid is going to turn out. So the skinnier the ribbon you use, the skinnier the braid is going to turn out. So think about how much room you have on your homecoming one. Okay, so the white goes under all, back around and over the white and under the red. So the white goes on top of white. Red is going under the middle 2 and then back over the red. So red on top of red. White under everything, back around and over the white. Red under middle 2 and back around and over the red. And you always end up with some ribbons much shorter than others. Do not ask me why, it just happens. I don't know. White under everything, back around and over on top of the white and under the red. Red under the middle 2, back over the red. white under everything, back around on top of the white and under the red. Red under the middle 2, back around and over the red. White under everything, back around and over the red. Over the white and under the red. I keep doing that. I keep saying red instead of white, and I know I'm confusing you guys. Red under the middle 2, back around and on top of the red. White under everything, back around the white, on top of the white, and under the red. See how long this is getting. It doesn't look very long. It's only like 16 right now. You also want to do this. The reason why you do that, it helps pull it tight and it helps make it longer. You see what a mess that is? I'm gonna have to fix that at the end. Once I get this end finished, then I work on that end. So red under the middle 2, back around on top of the red. White under everything, back around on top of the white and under the red. And I am running out of ribbons because this white one is the shortest. And I hate when that happens. Okay, so to finish it off, I need 2 of the ribbons on top of each other going this way, 2 of them on top of each other going this way. So I'm going to take this far right ribbon, this red one, and I'm going to curl it under, going this way. And I'm going to layer it on top of that red. So I'm just going to hold it to where it's on the bottom of that red. So it's just curled around. I'm going to do the same thing with this white. I'm just going to curl it like this. So the white is with the white and the red is with the red. And sometimes I don't end them that way, end them where they're mixed up, but you can make sure that you've got them layered white on white, red on red if you want it to look like that. So you want to pull these as snug as you can. Elongate that. Just keep tugging on those and make sure it's as snug as it can get. And that these 2 are on top of each other. They're right next to each other. Or, yeah, one on top, one on bottom, one on top, one on bottom. There's no gaps. Now you want to put a staple in there. And there's a little bit of gap there. I came loose a little bit. So it's going to be close, which, you know, you can add this as your length too a little bit. Okay, so I want to get rid of that tape. Don't need it. And I need to get rid of that staple. These are skinnier than regular staples, so I cannot really use a staple remover. It doesn't work very well, so I like to just get these needle nose pliers most of the time and use these and pull that out. Now, I've got to be very careful that I don't screw this up. Tighten those. One of those has gotten screwed up somehow. That red one did. I twisted it or something. Let's see if I can figure that out. Try not to unravel it. This is the part I hate because if you unravel that, can you imagine redoing all that? Okay. So I unraveled where I curled it or something and got it to where they're stacked. You see now I've got a red on top of a red and white and a red and white. And if you end up wanting to go back and change that, that's where it can be a little difficult, but you want to just make sure there. So you got 2 going this way and 2 going that way if you want to try and braid a little bit more. So I'm going to take that red and go over and under and over the red and the back around. Now I'm going to take that white and just curl it under so it's even with that white. Then I'm going to take this red and curl it under so it is with this red. And that should get it. I can tell that I need to pull those pretty good. There was some gaps. You don't want any gaps. So you just want to keep pulling on those. Try to keep it snug. So the braided part is about 16 inches long, but sometimes they come out longer than that. I don't know. I can't explain it why it does that. That's why I like to go a little long just to be safe. You know, the last one I did was over 18 inches, so I don't know. And it was the same width ribbon and everything. It just always turns out like that. They never turn out the same exact length. Maybe just me, I don't know. I'm trying to get these way too perfect. Okay, that's as good as it's gonna get. Pull that. So if this is my top, I don't need those very long. And I'll probably end up stapling this part to the backer as well. So there's 18 and it's hitting about right there. And then I like to just cut them pretty. These are sticking. There must be something sticking in my scissors because everything's sticking to it. And then you can cut off the back ones really short if you want. Just however you like to make these look pretty. Yeah, there is definitely some glue or something going on here. And that one is actually perfectly even with it. You can't even see it, so I'm not gonna mess with it. So it'll work on an 18-inch for ribbons and streamers, and then a lot of times, you know, you'll glue something on there or staple something on there. You can do a bow or whatever. Pull on that. That makes it even a little bit longer. So the braided is about 16.5. If you go from point to point, it's 17. So it'll work. Now let's see. Now I've got royal blue and white. This must be the top ribbon because it's kind of messed up a little bit. You don't want to go through all that trouble and have an ugly piece of ribbon. You guys can see that. Now you can double up the white to make the white look really crisp. I learned that trick from somebody recently, but yet I haven't been doing it that often. Because see how you can see the white? So if you double it, it will be even whiter. So let me do that. Let's see how good it looks. It'll be different. So I got this ribbon, I cut double length and I just folded it over in the middle. So I'll have to do these on top of each other, and I think that's gonna make it a little bit more difficult to use all these ribbons, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Okay. So layer those on top of that. I'm gonna do the white in the middle this time. My 4 whites, so it should just be 2. Just think of 2 ribbons, but I'm doing 4 to see if it looks better. Now I'm gonna put a royal blue on the top, going this way, royal blue on the bottom, going this way. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be confusing for people because I'm gonna have 4 ribbons that I'm trying to weave through. So let's just see, it might be really confusing for me as well. Again, I've got the pretty side up on these 2, got it down on that one, down on that one. Okay, so these 2 are 1, these 2 are 1 as well. I'm going to start out with my very left ribbon. I am folding it over that bottom middle ribbon. So it's between the 2 middle ribbons. Just like that. Now I'm going to take my very right ribbon, go underneath the middle 2 that I'm holding here, and it's on top of the bottom ribbon. So it is right here. And it's going to go back around on top of the middle ribbon. Now this one is not the candy cane stripe. This should turn out to be the regular pattern. So we will see. Again, this is the very right one, so it's the one I'm going to braid with next. It's going to go underneath all of them. And then it comes back around that bottom ribbon and on top of it. So it goes around this ribbon, under it and over it, under it and over it. Then it goes under this one. You can see the pattern. This one's in the middle, that one's in the middle, this one's on top. This will be my next one to braid with since it's the very right ribbon. Going under the 2 middle ones. And then it goes back over this top middle one. This is my very right ribbon. It goes under all of them. And then it comes back around and on top of that very bottom middle one. Very right ribbon, so it's next. It goes under the middle 2, back around on top of the middle. Very right ribbon, so it's next. Goes under all of them, back around on top of the bottom ribbon, and under the top middle one. Under, over, then under. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's see if we can't get these to tighten up. I want to curl. It does make that white look much crisper. I will agree. I guess those ladies know what they're talking about, don't they? Okay, so now instead of having middle ribbons here on top of each other, they are now to the left. So these are still the 2 ribbons that were in the middle are now on the left. And the ones that were on the right are still on the right. This is my very right ribbon, so it's next. It goes under the middle 2, back around on top of this white ribbon, the top middle. I'm still going to refer to these 2 as the middle because that's what they were. Now this one is next. It's the one that goes under all of them, back around on top of the bottom middle, or now it's the very left ribbon, and then it goes under this one. So it's going under, over, under. Keep those pulled. You can see that whip braid and the diamond pattern making shape. So we're going under all of them. Oops. See, I messed up. That's okay. It's okay. I know which one. See, I can tell that that was not right because the last one was right there. So it goes under the middle too. And then back around on top. Just think of like basket weave pattern. Whenever you're doing that on anything, you're going under and over ribbons constantly. So that's all you're doing. Very right ribbon is next. Goes under all of them, back over the very left, and then under the next one. So again, over and under. Keep pulling those. You can definitely see that pattern now. And it, see my tape was right there, it keeps twisting. So I can't keep it taped down. So this is the next one, and it goes under the middle two, back around on top of that one. Very right ribbon, under all of them, back around on top of the very left one, and then under the next one. Under the middle two, back around on top of that one. Sure, it's still going. Okay. Under, over, under. Pull, pull, pull. You can do that as well. Under these two. This, I know this is where it gets confusing on watching me because it's moving around, it's not staying still. Under, over, under. Pull, pull, pull. Under, middle two, back around on top of that one. Under all of them, back around on top of the far left one, and then under the next one. Pull, pull, pull. And it can get hard to hold these in place too. If you need to keep taping it down, then tape it down. And this one's going to be much longer than the last one, even though I cut them at the exact same length. So don't ask me how it happens, it just does. I'm getting to the end here though. Those, because I don't think I can braid anymore. Pull those tight, pull that. And whenever I do these with the diamond pattern, it very seldom is a straight line. It's pretty straight. It's starting to curve up here, and the longer that I make them, the more they curve. I know there's at least one mum maker I've seen where hers are always just like in a straight line. I don't know how she does it. It's amazing. I'm going to try and get these ribbons straight as possible and as snug as possible. Now it's time for me to fix this one. Be finished. Brayden. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to cut this